Welcome back. Well, I have Jeff Parker here, who is going to give us an update on a couple different things that pertain to the Ayers Hotel and some other interesting subjects that we're going to discuss. Well, welcome. Happy Monday.
Oh, good morning to you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Did you have a good weekend?
It was a busy weekend.
I think we still work even though it's the weekend, right? So we're just trying to keep everybody up to date, so thank you for that.
Sure.
So what do you got for us today?
Well, a couple of things. I wanted to make sure our residents understood that we're still in a cooperative effort with the city, looking at all our alternatives that we can take with regards to trying to curtail this activity that is being proposed at the Ayers Hotel. Mm-hmm. The community is galvanized greatly. We've had a lot of news media. Right. Our residents have come out and had a couple of 3 or 4 protests at the honking horns and bring their cars out to the facility, which has been great because it's gotten the media attention to this very, very strong concern that we have with regards to the potential of the county placing homeless people in the Ayers Hotel who are tested positive already or are showing signs of COVID-19. Right. Just not a good location considering the risk that we have here with this community being the most densely populated high-risk community in all of Orange County relative to our age and people who are at high risk.
Exactly, and we appreciate you giving us updates on that, and hopefully you'll have some additional information come Wednesday when you come back with us.
Correct.
So great. Let's talk a little bit about gates. So is there concern about certain gates?
Yeah, well, when we shut down a lot of our facilities and everything, we were looking at 2 issues. One, we had a lot of gate ambassadors who are our residents,
Right.
And the gate ambassadors work part-time, and a number of the gate ambassadors felt they were more comfortable following the guidelines from the state and the county to stay at home, mm-hmm. which is really what they should be doing in most cases. Mm-hmm. But there were some that wanted to continue to work their part-time hours. Okay. So in order to facilitate that, or at that point in time, we decided to close some gates, partly to limit the access into the village, but also to address our needs in relationship to our personnel. Mm-hmm. When we went through the process over this last week of saying, hey, we're going to have to furlough some individuals, went back to the board presidents and said, hey, we can use some of these employees that we're looking at furloughing. Instead of doing that, we could put them at the gates if they would work out with us. Right. In so doing, and maybe we could go back to opening those gates that have been closed, at least within limited time.
Okay.
So gates 3, 6, 8, and 9 are going to remain open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. starting Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So there'll be, I think that'll help some residents who are concerned about public safety. How are they going to get into those gates? Mm-hmm. So again, 3, 6, 8, and 9 are going to reopen as of Wednesday. They'll be open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. only. They won't be open 24/7.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And we have been able to coordinate with our staffing the needs to make that happen.
Great.
So we'll be making sure that that's open, making sure that's the ambassadors are there, and it's secure with regards to having people coming in and out of the gates.
Okay.
The second thing that we got a lot of emails over the weekend was the concern with Gate 12. Now, Gate 12 is the gate that goes into the golf course area there. And we've been working with Tony and operations there at Clubhouse 19 to get food delivery out of the restaurant there. Mm-hmm. And so we had the gates open from 11 to 1 and then from 4 to 8 in the evening. Right. But during those times that those gates open, some people have seen people going in and out. And so we're working with our security department to reevaluate that to make sure that we're not running into a problem. We're staffing it with not only the security, but also working with our recreation department to ensure that the access is just for that activity.
Sure.
If we can't control that well enough by the operation that we're doing, then we'll reevaluate that and see whether or not we're going to have to permanently shut that gate down.
I see.
But at this point in time, I want to let the residents know we're well aware of the reasoning for it being open, which is really to get people access to the restaurant for deliveries and pickup, and that's it. That's the only reason they should be in there. So we're going to work with security and our recreation department to make sure that the parking lots are maintained from that perspective.
Right, right. Well, that's good because obviously people would still like to be able to go pick up their food.
Exactly.
But then you don't want the people who are spoiling it,
and,
to keep coming through. So stay out of that, that gate, gate number 12, to make sure it's only for 19th restaurant for pickup only. So, all right, very good. And then Let's see. You've got a brand new website now, LagunaWoodsVillageAlerts.com. So why did you guys create a new website? What was kind of driving that?
Well, a lot of questions have been coming in. A lot of information is being generated, not only nationally, statewide, federal, all the health regulations, all the information that we have that we're trying to get out. So we thought putting together kind of a micro website that would provide precise information to the community. It also will have all the TV6 interviews and everything on that website, so people can go directly to that and stay in touch. So if they're missing a live, they can go back to that broadcast. So it's really information based. We want to get as much information out to our residents as possible, and we thought this would be the avenue to best accomplish that. And
you said that that's going to go live today.
It's going to go live this morning, actually.
Oh, this morning. Okay, great. So if you guys want to check that out, it's LagunaWoodsVillageAlerts.com, and then maybe tomorrow or Wednesday we'll go ahead and show them sort of what that looks like and how they can. Okay, well, good. Well, I'm glad you have all that information on there. Anything else? What else?
No, I think, again, to the residents, thank you for your diligence in working on this and your activities. I just want to make sure that you understand that the city and the village are working together to try to stop this from occurring. And we're working all the alternatives to do that, and we hopefully will have some news for you later this afternoon.
Well, good. And, you know, this week is obviously a telltale week from what we understand about some of the numbers, and you know, I think Orange County is doing a pretty good job, so far so good. All right, well, thank you very much, and we'll see you again on Wednesday.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. And remember, we will have more information for you, excuse me, in the next couple of days regarding the brand new website. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this.